Hello all. So I've been asked a few times how to prepare physically for Army basic training. So I threw together this quick, super simple workout plan for getting prepared. This is really focused strictly on the Army PFT events, and I have two tabs at the beginning. This video I'm going to be talking about the beginner tab in the beginner level, which is really focused on getting someone up to the requirements needed to begin basic training. So in order to start basic training, you need to run the 1-1-1, it's called, which is a minute of sit-ups, a minute of push-ups, and a 1 mile run. And you can look up the requirements for your gender and age and all that stuff. I know for male, it's like 17 to 21, I believe. The 1 mile time is 8:30. I forget. I think it's like 17 push-ups or something like that. 13 push-ups. I forget. But yeah, you can look it up. They're pretty moderate, manageable requirements. But if you're completely untrained and haven't really started and are not at that level yet, it might be tough for you, and that's totally fine. If you're past that already and you're already passing or close to passing your 2-2-2 and want to work out more geared towards the 2 mile and 2 minute, then the intermediate advanced tab is for you, and I will make another video for that, so go ahead and skip to that video if you're more in that boat. But this one's going to be for the beginners. So first of all, I'll walk you through this spreadsheet real quick. First of all, this is open to everyone as view only. I'll put a link in the bottom. You can go to File and make a copy. That way you have your own copy, and editing will be available to you. You'll be able to edit this. This yellow field is going to be your goal time. So I have it set just by default as the minimum passing time for males. So if you're female or you're not quite at this level yet, if you need to set your goal time to like 11 minutes, then go ahead and start there. Start somewhere that's realistic for you to do in 2 weeks. So if you're running a 12-minute mile right now, don't think that you're going to get to a 5-minute mile in 2 weeks. It's not going to happen. It's not realistic. So if you're running a 12-minute mile, maybe 11 might be a good goal time for you, or 11:30. But something reasonable and realistic. So again, I just have it set to 8:30 by default. And these gray fields are calculated fields based on your goal. So if you change your goal, all these will adjust accordingly. And these are also 1 minute mile paces. So for example, in this first run, it's a half-mile run, but it's at an 8:30 1 mile pace, if that makes sense. So you're not running a half mile, you're not taking 8:30 to run a half mile. That would be like a 17-minute pace, and that would be really slow. So that's not what you're doing. So I did it this way just to keep it consistent throughout the workout. And also, if you're running on a treadmill, you know what to set your treadmill to. You can easily adjust these formulas if you want. So I just divided this by 2, then you get your 4:15 half mile. But I'll leave it at the 1 mile pace for right now, and you can go ahead and change that how you see fit. So we'll walk through this day by day. Day 1 is 30 seconds of push-ups, 30 seconds of sit-ups, 5 sets each, and spread out through the day. So you might wake up in the morning, do 30 seconds of each, and maybe a couple hours later, do another set, and so on, and get the 5 sets in throughout the day. Try to get it spread out a little bit so you can do the full amount every time. Rather, if you do them back to back, you're going to get tired and you won't be able to get, especially like your 5th set, you're not going to be able to do very many. So try to get those full sets in. And then cardio again is the half-mile run at your goal pace, which is the same pace that you set for your 1 mile run. If you're not able to run a half mile at your goal pace, you probably set your goal too tough and you need to adjust your goal. So you should be able to run a half mile at your goal pace. Day 2, we're just doing cardio only, going to give the arms and abs a rest. You're going to do 1 mile at a slow pace, which is I think 25% over your goal. So 10:37 in this case. Day 3, 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups. This time it's going to be at one time, but not all in one set. So let's say you can do 20 push-ups right now. You do 20 push-ups and then shake it off, take a break. Maybe your second set you can do 12 the second time, so that's 32 you're up to, and then just keep doing these sets until you reach 50. however many sets that takes. Same thing with sit-ups. If this is too easy, let's say maybe during your training you're already good on your push-ups and sit-ups and it's only the run you need to worry about. Go ahead and increase this to 50 push-ups or 50 sit-ups, whatever you feel like you can do. So make sure you're challenging yourself, because if you can do 50 push-ups in one set, then that's not really a challenge and you're not really improving. So challenge yourself, increase this as you need. Cardio is going to be sprints. Do 30-second sprints and 30-second walks in between 5 times. So I had this pace set as a 6:48 pace in this case, but don't worry too much about it. If you don't have a treadmill, then you just go all out for 30 seconds and then walk for 30 seconds. That's all that really matters. If you're on a treadmill and you need some guidance of what to set your treadmill to, that's what this is for. But otherwise, this time isn't really that important, so don't worry too much about it. Day 4 is a rest day. Make sure you're taking your rest days. Even if you have another workout that you're doing on top of this, make sure you're getting proper rest. Rest and recovery is where the magic happens. That's when you get stronger, it's where you get faster. And if you just keep going balls to the wall every single day, your workouts are going to get weaker and weaker, and you're not going to be able to perform to your full potential, and you're not going to get as much out of it as you could. So you're not going to progress as fast. So get your recovery in. It's really important. As much as you want to just push as hard as you can, you're actually not benefiting from that as much as you think you might be. Okay, day 5. Again, 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, as many sets as it takes. Cardio, we're going to do 2 half miles at the goal pace with a 1-minute walk in between. This might be tough. So this is kind of the same thing as your day 1, where you did the half mile at your goal pace, but you're doing it twice, back to back, with a 1-minute gap in between. If it's too hard for you and you need to do a 2-minute or 3-minute walk in between, go ahead and do that. Whatever you think that you can do. But this is going to be a day where you push yourself. And then you know that you've done the full mile at your goal pace. You split it up a little bit, you had a break, but you did it. So then day 6, okay, I have here 5 down push-ups. This is an exercise that a coach had us do in high school, and it's an awesome training exercise for increasing your push-ups. It's a lot of push-ups, it's really hard, but it's really good. So I'm starting off at pretty easy level. Doing 5 down should be pretty manageable. If you need to do it on your knees, do it on your knees. Whatever level you're at is totally fine. Don't worry about your ego. Don't worry about anything. We all started somewhere. We're all going the same place. I think I've said that a few times already. But what 5 down is you do 5 push-ups, you do 5 wide grip push-ups, and you do 5 diamond push-ups. So it's 3 different types of push-ups. After that, shake it off, take a break, get some water, do 4, 4, 4, and then 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, and then 1 regular, 1 wide grip, 1 diamond, and then you're done. So again, if you're more advanced in push-ups, you might be able to start a little higher than this. Start at 7 or 8 down. And then, so in the next video, the intermediate advanced phase, we're going to be doing 10 down push-ups. So that's a lot of push-ups. That's like 150 push-ups. And it's rough, especially those diamonds. But start at 5, work your way up. Really good exercise. And 100 crunches, as many as it takes. If you don't know the difference between crunches and sit-ups, just look it up. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've been in, but the Army, your recruiter probably has told you, for the Army, you keep your hands on your shoulders, and then your elbows have to touch the middle of your thigh when you sit up. For crunches, at least in the Marine Corps, the way we did it was hold on to your biceps, and then when you crunch, you just have to touch the top of your hip area. So you just crunch down and touch the closest part you can touch. Keeping your arms to your body. Don't lift your arms up. And so that's going to be a smaller range of motion for crunches, so you can do more of them. So I had that set to 100. Cardio, doing a moderate pace, 1 mile. And day 7, rest again. And then you go on to week 2. Week 2 is pretty similar to week 1. Push-ups and sit-ups is going to be the same. Cardio for the first day, we're doing a long distance run. So a 1.5 mile run at a slow pace. Should be manageable, just to work on your endurance. If you can run over a mile, then you'll do better off doing your 1 mile. For day 9, 3/4 of a mile at a goal pace. So getting a little bit closer to your full goal. We started off at half mile at your goal pace. Now we're doing 3/4 of a mile at your goal pace. And so we're kind of creeping closer to that goal. Day 10, again, same thing, 50-50. Cardio is going to be sprints again, but 7 sprints instead of 5. Rest, day 11. And so I switched it around these last 3 days. Day 12 is going to be your 5 down, 100 crunches, moderate pace 1 mile, and then rest for 13, because I want you to rest to get ready for your self-test. So this is going to be your self-test day. You do your 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of sit-ups, and 1 mile run. You can mark your scores down here and see if you meet your goal. That's what you're aiming for, is getting all your goals here that you set at the beginning. So I only have 1 goal set, which is the run at this point, but you can set other goals for yourself if you want, and see if you meet that. So if you meet your goals, if you get the minimum required to get into basic training, let's say you got that 8:30, you can go ahead and move on to the advanced phase at that point. And that's going to really focus on your 2 mile run, your 2 minute push-ups and sit-ups, and move on to the requirements for graduating basic training, or just your annual assessment for your APFT. You're going to need to run that 2 mile every year. So if you want to increase your score, your times, then go ahead and go to the intermediate advanced phase for that. If you aren't at that level yet, let's say your initial goal was 11 minutes. Let's say you're just getting started. Initial goal was 11 minutes and you made it. You made it in, let's say, 10:30. You did it in. So now your next goal, maybe you want to do 10 minutes, or 9:30 would be your goal. And then you can run this iteration again and keep on running this workout until you get to that whatever time you need to pass. In this case, 8:30 for 17-year-old males, 17 to 21-year-old males. 8:30. Once you get to that point, go ahead and move on to your 2 miles. You're going to need to start training for your 2 miles as soon as possible. So get this down first, because you need this to enter boot camp, or basic training, whatever they call it in the Army, and then move on after that. So hopefully this helps. If you need me to adjust anything, if you have any questions about any of the exercises or anything, feel free to ask in the comments, and hopefully this helps you out. So I'll see you next video for the intermediate advanced stuff.